Hello YouTube and welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. Now today I have for you another Ties of the Brethren deck. This time we're using Bastion's water skill, which I've never used before, mainly because I didn't think it was that good, and I still think it's not really that good, but I really wanted to make this deck. I wanted to try Atlantean attack squad, and when I saw that it was a level 3 water sea serpent, I was like, what other level 3 water sea serpents do we have? And we have Spine Gilman and Lost Blue Breaker, and we also have Mermaid Archer, which I only run one of, mainly to have another monster with a different name. But quite honestly, you can replace this for whatever you want. My immediate suggestion would be to throw in a Hammer Shark. I probably would do that, but you know, that's not the deck list that I use, so I'm not gonna change it right now. But yeah, definitely splashing in a Hammer Shark would be good instead of the Mermaid Archer. But anyway, Atlantean attack squad, it's gonna gain 800 attack while you control another face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monster other than this card. So any of your other monsters in the deck, and this card will be a 2200 beater without the field spell. But then you add Spine Gilman, which is a 1300 attack sea serpent. All fish, sea serpent, and aqua type monsters you control gain 400 attack. That means on summon this card is 1700 attack, and it's gonna boost all of your other monsters. So if you have Spine Gilman and Atlantean's attack squad on the field, your Atlantean is gonna go all the way up to 2600 without the field spell. So that's where Ties of the Brethren come in. You're gonna summon either one of your monsters, and then you're gonna go ahead and special summon Spine Gilman, Atlantean attack squad, activate your skill, and this becomes a 3100 beater. It's insane the amount of attack you can put on the board. And if you happen to have 2 Spine Gilman, the effect stacks, so it can get even beefier than that. Lost Blue Breaker is also nice because unsummon, I mean not unsummon, but once you have it on the field, obviously if you summoned it with Ties of the Brethren, you're gonna have other sea serpent monsters on the field, which means you can activate the effect to destroy one spell or trap card on the field. Really good. This is how we take our back row in the deck. So I like that synergy a lot. Like I said, Mermaid Archer is just here because of the sea serpent level 3. So we have the 2 Ties of the Brethren, 3 Super Rush. I went with Super Rush over cards like Mirror Wall and Wall of Disruption because none of these monsters have any defense except for Mermaid Archer, but this all have 0 defense. So if they're in defense mode and your opponent attacks, if you can't stop the attack completely, they're gonna get destroyed. So that's why I have the 3 Super Rush and the 2 enemy controllers. Because of the heavy spell count, I'm running 1 eliminating the league. I also consider running Ultimate Providence, which is another card you can run instead, a really good card. And then 2 Floodgates, same reason, it stops the monster, you know, completely. And like I mentioned in one of my previous decks, now that I have 2 Floodgates, I'm gonna be using them pretty much on every deck. But yeah, that's it for the deck list. Let's go ahead and show you some replays. Ooh. Here we go. But yeah, the main problem this deck has, and why I would not recommend you guys use it, is just a fun deck. It's there's too much water, too much Mako going on, you know, with Sea Stealth attack and a Legendary Ocean. A Legendary Ocean kills your entire engine because it makes your monster on the field a level 2, which means you can't activate Ties of the Brethren. And if you activate your field spell against any other water deck, you're just going to be boosting them as well, so more than likely you're not going to be able to get over them. That's why this deck is not as reliable as it could be. But anyway, we're going up against Red Eye Slash Dragon. I have my attack squad. Activate Ties of the Brethren. Go ahead and snipe away the back row because I thought it was Red Eye Spear. Turns out it's still a good. It's still good that I got rid of it because it's Stamping Destruction. But look at this, 3100 attack, attack squad, and then 2200 attack Spine Gilman. Really strong. I have eliminated the league, but I don't have any spells, so which is unfortunate. Now I could have played it differently. I could have kept eliminating the league and use my Ties of the Brethren to destroy the Red Eye Slash Dragon, but I did not know that he had beatdown. If I had known he had beatdown, I would have played this differently, but luckily for me, he attacks my Gilman instead of trying to destroy my attack squad, which he would have been able to with the 200 attack boost. That pretty much gives me the win, honestly, because I summon another Gilman, destroy the Red Eyes. He's gonna summon the Felgren at 1900, so I can destroy that with my Gilman, and then from then on it's GG. Nice and easy. Obviously, that's what you're trying to do with this deck. With most of the Ties of the Brethren decks, you just want to surround the field, get rid of the back row, and then go in for the quick and easy win. We got Mako, and this is the matchup that I mentioned. It's really bad for you because you know your whole deck is water, their whole deck is water, and they're gonna be getting just as much advantage from your field spell. But I was able to pull out the win because of the double Floodgate Trap Hole. That's literally why I won this matchup. We see the Legendary Ocean, and this is what I was talking about. My monster goes down to level 2, so if I had my Ties of the Brethren in hand, I couldn't even activate it because all my monsters are level 3 in the deck. So you know, there's nothing I can summon that's level 2. We see BES Crystal Core, so we're gonna Floodgate that right away. Sets the Sea Stealth attack, which is gonna flip immediately, and I decide to destroy the Legendary Ocean, even though you know it's searchable, so it could have been a bad decision, but I was banking on the fact that he maybe only had level 5, you know, level 5 monsters in hand, and that way he was not gonna be able to summon them once I got rid of Legendary Ocean. So I go ahead and do that, destroy the monster. And then I just sit on my second Floodgate. We're gonna see Hammer Shark, Floodgate that right away. Set my Super Rush, hitting for 2100. Doesn't draw into anything helpful, and then just scoops. So I literally won that matchup because of the 2 Floodgates. Otherwise I would have been in a super bad shape. We have a Jade and Juki now. I don't actually remember this matchup. Ties of the Brethren, turn 1. Always a good start. Look at that field, man. Plus the Floodgate and the enemy controller. I mean, what can my opponent do, really? He can summon a Wild Heart. He goes for the Econ on my Lost Brewbreaker, and this was actually a very clever play. I immediately thought that this back row was you know, something that he wanted to keep alive, and that's why he was going for my Lost Brewbreaker. So I have my own enemy controller. I destroy the back row. I get baited. Turns out it's a Super Rush, so now I can't attack him anyways. But I still have the Floodgate. And look at this field. Just look at this insane field. These are all level 3 monsters, 26, 26, and 3500. He can't do anything but set another Wild Heart. I hit him for 35. He activates where the heroes dwell. Flip over my Floodgate, and that's the game, my boys. Nice and easy. And we got a Pegasus. I was also able to, using this deck, I got Radiant Light. So now, you know, that opened up another element to use. So I might be making some Ties of the Brethren light decks, but we'll see. Depending on the feedback on this one, if you guys are tired of them, I'll stop. Now this Mimar over here, I don't know if he sniped me. I don't know how he knew that I was going to activate Ties of the Brethren, because he does not use the Floodgate on my attack squad. So instead I have 2 monsters face down, which is super unfortunate. I can't attack. He sets another back row. I end my turn. I really didn't want to attack into that back row. I wanted him to summon a monster so I could start clearing up my field using the enemy controller. And when I saw that it was Auromage Jasmine, immediately used my econ take. I don't want him to draw any cards. Summon Blue Breaker, get rid of the back row. Go for the attack, he's got an enemy controller. She's unfortunate. He's gonna summon another Jasmine. I floodgate that one. He activates the Aroma Garden, so I'm gonna econ take once again. I don't want to give this man any sort of card advantage, and I needed to protect my attack squad anyways. So I can finally get rid of the Jasmine. He's got another one locked down. Ends turn. I can't get over it because it's 1900 defense and I don't want to flip it over. I pick up another Sea Serpent monster, which is gonna boost my attack squad to 2700, and then he scoops. And this last duel against Kaiba. I think this was Hazy, and this was a very interesting matchup. And I'm pretty sure I won because of Floodgate as well. So Floodgate is just coming up super clutch for me. Now I didn't want to set anything for the obvious Gyoku. I didn't want him to lock down my back row, and maybe if he didn't have the Gyoku he wasn't gonna be able to summon anything. That was, you know, what I was hoping. Unfortunately, he has the, what is it, Berlinet? Berlinet Firestorm Basil, so he can summon his Hazy Flame. He misses the call though. He calls monster, he gets a spell, which is really clutch for me anyway. I decided to set both of my back row, hoping that if he has a Gyoku, he won't target my Floodgate Trap Hole, and then I was gonna get rid of this Hazy Flame Sphinx, or so I thought. But he does have the Sphere Kribo. He knows what I'm trying to do and activates the Sphere Kribo. There we see the Gyoku, which is super unfortunate. Hazy Flame's gonna summon. So he summons Berlinet the Firestorm Basil, which I thought was a really good play of playing around Floodgate and playing around Sphere Kribo. But I knew that this card was not gonna stay on the field, so I didn't use my Floodgate. I waited for the Tribute Summon. Go ahead and Floodgate that Coyote. He sees my Super Rush, destroys my monster, and that's fine, because now I for sure will be able to get rid of the Hazy Flame Sphinx, and I pick up my second Floodgate, which could not have come at a better time. Get rid of the Hazy Flame Sphinx. Sets a card which we know is the level 3 Fire Fist monster, so I'm not attacking it because I know it's got 1800 defense. Instead, I'm just setting my back row. I have a Super Rush and I have a Floodgate. He's able to pin down my Super Rush, which is very unfortunate, but I still have the Floodgate, so I'm feeling okay. And I used this opportunity to free up my Super Rush. And this was kind of a mind game. Between keeping my Floodgate and keeping my Super Rush, I would rather have my Floodgate. So by getting rid of this card, I'm telling him that I'm really fond of this card. So if he were to get another Gyoku, which I think the other one was already engraved, so it wasn't really a problem, he was gonna try to get rid of this card because, you know, I did everything to free it up. We're gonna see Fire Formation Tensu. Goes for the Tribute Coyote, beatdown, but I have my Super Rush, so no need to use my Floodgate. Coyote gets out of there, and then he scoops. Floodgate, 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 my boys. If you don't have two, you need to get two. But yeah, again, this is just a fun deck. You're not gonna get far with this, with all the water sea stealth attack that's going around. But it was definitely fun to try out this skill and to try out the attack squad card. I still think it's a good card in, you know, in a different deck with Hammer Shark and stuff like that. It can get beefy so quick. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description, along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. Really appreciate that. And till next time.